I'm Mark Gillespie, the host and producer of WhiskyCast on the web at whiskycast.com. And we don't normally talk about beers a whole lot on WhiskyCast, but keeping in mind that, of course, whiskey is nothing more than distilled beer, and it being St. Patrick's Day, I'm joined by Fergal Murray, the master brewer for Guinness, and it's clearly obvious why we're here, to learn how to pour the perfect pint of Guinness. First of all, Fergal, what are the steps to pouring that perfect pint?
All around the world, what I want to do is get consistency when I train people how to pour the perfect pint. So just be consistent. But some bars can change their thing. But the way to be consistent is use the 6 steps that I've invented. So the 6 steps, the first is clean, dry, 20-ounce tulip glass, preferably. Okay, is the glass. Okay, because it's the perfect looking glass for a pint of Guinness to be served in. The second step is I want you to get the grip, put the 4 fingers down on the line, 4-finger on the harp, and then get into position.
Okay, just adjust here a little bit.
Yeah, just get in position. What I mean is to be position is you put the glass at the 45-degree angle. So step 1 is the glass. Step 2, get into position, 45 degrees. Step 3, a nice easy flow. You aim the beer spout for the back of the harp and allow the liquid to bounce off the back of the harp, just like that. You keep the glass at an angle until the liquid hits the bottom of the harp, and as the liquid comes to the bottom of the harp, you slowly straighten the glass, and as the liquid comes to the top of the harp, you slowly stop. And then step 4, you present the cascading, surging pint in front of the consumer so they can see it come alive in the glass, and they're building, while we do a 2-part pour, because you want to build the strength in the head. So you want to make sure that you've got a strong head, strong foundation, so when you come to topping it off, we're going to create this dome across the top of the pint, because the perfect pint has a 3mm head across the top of the lip and 18mm underneath. So.
Now, there's a secret to this tap, though. It has a little something that these other taps don't have, right?
Yeah, absolutely. What we've got is here, you want to bring the beer alive in the glass. So in the keg, the beer is lying dormant. The gas bubbles are lying dormant. So you want to bring them alive. So you use 2 energies. Velocity, as the beer moves along the beer line, and we use friction then as it passes through what we call a restrictor plate. There's a 5-hole restrictor plate in the bottom of the faucet here. So when the beer is forced through it at speed, it wakens the nitrogen CO2 bubbles in the glass, and they come alive then in the container. And what we've got here is it surging and settling, cascading, they're coming down the outside and back up the middle. And what you'll see is what I've always want you to have is that the black liquid forms with the white logo in front of it, and the head always forms between the top and the bottom of the harp. So consistency is, if you follow the 6 steps, glass clean, get into the angle, use the harp on the indicator to get to the level, and then let cascade and surge and come alive. And about 100 seconds later, you take it back. The whole process takes 119.5 seconds. Just it would give or take a second or two. Take it back, hold it straight, push the tap away, opens the valve a little slower, and the liquid goes in, doesn't destroy the head, and you just bring it nice and proud of the rim. And the 6th step is to present that to your customer. Looking absolutely gorgeous, beauty in the glass, as I call it. I mean, no beer needs to go through this ritual of serve other than Guinness. I mean, all the other beers around the world just get served. There you go. But great bartenders know how to craft the perfect pint. That's their job. That's their honor. And that's how you become a great bartender, when you know how to craft. Because a consumer of Guinness always drinks with his eyes first. He always wants to look for perfection. It's all about looking at the visual impact that comes first with Guinness.
Now, you have the 6 steps for pouring the perfect pint, but you also have several steps for drinking the perfect pint.
I'm trying to help people, because what I've learned over the years is that people find that Guinness can be a challenge. I mean, I don't understand that, but they're going on their journey from becoming a nice young man drinking his first beer to mature drinking consumer. And sometimes they get a bit intimidated, they get a bit upset with the fact that it's dark, it's creamy. How do I do that? So I'm going through this new step of language. I think we should train you all how to drink it. And it's just a bit of tongue-in-cheek, but it does help get the performance out there. And what you mean by that is what I want you to do as a Guinness drinker, because Guinness drinkers do this, they stand proud. You always, as a Guinness drinker, earn your space in the bar. You want to be, because you don't want to be like this in the corner, like drinking the pint shyly. You want to be standing up, I'm a Guinness drinker. You want people to look at you. Bad manners to look down at the pint. You always look to the horizon. Pull it in. Just take a little breath. Because what do you want to do now is you want to keep the elbow up. Don't want it down here because you can't tilt the glass. You want to be up the elbow so they can tilt the glass so the liquid flows under the head. So, standing proud, looking out to the horizon, elbow up. And you pull the liquid through, and the balance of flavors that Guinness needs. The sweetness at the front, the roastiness at the back, and the bitterness as it goes down the back of the throat with that smooth mouthfeel that Guinness gives from the nitrogenation. You need that full impact. And you feel the performance on the taste. Always drink from the same side so the opposite side of the glass is fully laced. Always keep the same size head at the start as the finish. And if you do that, and when you've passed the training session, you'll be able to find that you'll have the number of rings indicating the number of sips you've had. I think you've had 2, maybe 3, but we're not expecting you to drink it so fast. But just in one context, it's a perfectly great pubs. You judge them by the empty glasses and how they look fully laced and the number of rings indicating a number of sips. So, for the first time consumer of Guinness, the experience. The performance, but just that understanding that it's a little bit different, but the reward is so much better.
Now, I have to ask, because you usually make this trip to New York for St. Patrick's Day.
Pilgrimage, yeah.
The pilgrimage with your buddy, your colleague from Bushmills, Colm Egan, the master distiller there.
My old friend Colm, yeah. We still have to get him to drink a pint of Guinness with me one of these days,
So he doesn't drink Guinness with you, and you don't drink Bushmills with him?
Well, we blend sometimes together. We randomly get together, and when we do, it's who's first. Colm, how's he doing? All right?
Doing all right, as far as I know.
I haven't caught up with him yet this year, but I'm looking forward to it in the next few hours, maybe.
I have a feeling you'll be seeing him before long, because it is St. Patrick's Day, it's New York, and you guys are in the parade tomorrow, right?
Well, we'll be around. We're doing a few things. We'll be part of the whole operation this week. This is our big week, Irish products on St. Patrick's Day in North America. That's what it's all about. That's what everybody should be consuming. I mean, in honor of our saint and our national holiday, you wouldn't want to be drinking anything else. So I think, we're always here. We always celebrate. But it's a fantastic market for us. I mean, both our brands are, beautifully loved here by everybody. Everybody loves them, everybody enjoys them. But we must make sure that everybody responsibly drinks over the next couple of days, and just make sure that they always enjoy the flavor and savor that fantastic quality rather than abusing the product in any way at all. But both of us will be out here talking to our friends and customers, and always enjoying a casual, quiet pint together and a quiet glass as well later on.
Well, thank you very much, Fergal Murray. Great to talk with you. Once again, Fergal Murray, the master brewer for Guinness. And if you want more tips on whiskey and occasionally beer, visit WhiskyCast.com. I'm Mark Gillespie.